On Google Hangout, I'm joined by Donovan Marsh, who's the writer and director of SA's latest action film, iNumber. Welcome, Donovan.
Thank you. It's cool to be here. Google Hangouts, eh? This is new.
I think what people would want to know is, what is the film about?
Gee, okay. Well, it's an action film. It's a heist film. So you can expect a lot of really exciting action. But it's not just any old action film. I really wanted to make a film that sort of captured what it was to live in South Africa and the kind of violence and crime that we face in a very real way, in a really authentic way. And even though it is a gangster film, every character in that film is based on somebody that my actors have really met or really know. And it's all in vernacular, so it's completely local as lekker. And it unfolds, it's kind of a moral tale about a corrupt cop who decides to join a heist gang for a one-off score, even though basically at heart, he's a good cop. And I think that's a dilemma all South African cops have. I think in their hearts they're all good. But wow, the temptations are great, and we certainly don't reward them with salary.
And the film opens nationwide this week. What can people expect?
I hope they can expect the cinemas to be full. That's what I expect. They can expect a fun, fantastic, exciting ride. We've had such amazing responses to this film. I've never sat with an audience, and I'm not just saying this because I'm the filmmaker, but I've never sat with an audience who've responded so vocally to a film. They laugh, they shout, they get involved, I promise you, they're literally on the edge of their seats. At the premiere last week, people had their hands on their heads, covering their eyes. I mean, because we're really going for suspense and tension. I don't know, have you seen it?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay, well, you'll see. You're gonna be in for the ride of your life.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be at the launch. And I also wanted to find out from you, I mean, this is the first South African film which is having a Hollywood remake. What does this mean for you as well as the film industry in the country?
Well, what it means for you as the viewer is that you are going to watch a film that the world, that Hollywood, which is the pinnacle of movie making, have decided that this film is so good that they want to remake it with American actors. They don't want to go and make something of their own or their own story. They want to take our story and remake it. And that means we've got a really special film on our hands. And I don't have to say it's special just because I made it, but that is proof. And we're the first South African film ever, I believe, to sell remake rights into America. And it's exciting, man. I've got a character in the movie called Shoes, and in America he's going to be called Sneakers. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a joy.
And I also wanted to find out from you, just now that you're on the names of the characters, I found it very interesting that the character names are more like Tsotsi, kind of gangster slang languages. I mean, how did you come up with those character names?
I met an actor called Israel Makwe, which you may or may not know. He is a real gangster who comes out of prison, decided to go straight, and he's an actor. And so he came on board he wrote all the Tsotsital for me. He came up with all the character names for me. We then brought actors on who knew people from that world, and they also helped me come up with names and dialogue and vernacular, keep it fresh, and just, and bringing their Tsotsital from wherever they were from. So Warren Masemola is from Pretoria, so he brings that Pretoria Tal. And Owen Sejaki is like old school, so he's bringing that old school Sophia Town lingo. And Israel's from Alex, so he's bringing Alexandra Tsotsital. So it's all these confluence of these wonderful languages, and these guys, these jobs, you always have these different characters, and they all clash like mad and all end up fighting and killing each other. So, yeah, thanks to Israel, everything's absolutely real.
And how has the overall experience been of working on this film as well as such a talented cast?
We just had the best actors in South Africa, and they were just absolutely amazing to work with. And as I said before, I required them to bring their own experience to the film. So they translated their own dialogue and created the characters around people they knew, even though I had created the situations that had given them the dialogue in English as a starting point. Look, I've been working on this film for many, many years. Class act was in 2000. Sudumo Charlie won class act, and one of his prizes was a feature film for him to star in, and this is iNumber. So it's a lot of hard work, really. I mean, years and years of hard work and slog, and a lot of the time I felt that I was never going to make this film, that I couldn't raise the money, that I couldn't get enough interest, that it was just too difficult to make an action film in this country. And so I went through all those, highs and lows. So it's been a roller coaster ride. It really has. But something magical happened in the making of this film. It doesn't always happen. I've made a lot of films and a lot of TV shows. But every now and again, something magical will occur where the sum is greater than the parts. And that's a lovely thing to see. And I wish I could claim responsibility for it, but something incredible has happened in this film, and that's why it's become this worldwide phenomenon.
And how well do you think the film is going to do in its first week at box office?
I don't know, and I think it's going to get stronger after its first week. That's my feel, because word of mouth is going to carry this film. I think when people see it, they will see that I'm not just bullshitting them here, but that I'm actually telling the truth, that this is actually a special film. However, local budgets, we have such a low budget for marketing this film. So I don't know if everyone knows about the film. This is great to be chatting to you today, because to get the word out there. People don't know that this is a world first for South African film, and it would be a huge loss for them not to see this film. So I'm really hoping that the box office picks up, but at the same time, I understand the problems. Movies are too expensive in South Africa for most of the audience, especially the kind of audience that I'm making this film for. A lot of people who don't have access to cinemas, and so there's pirating and so forth. So, I'm realistic about what it might or may not do at the box office, but I'm hoping that people like you will spread the word and will make this thing fly.
And having worked on films such as Spud and now iNumber, what else can people expect from you in the future, and what are you currently working on?
Well, here's another great thing. I mean, this film has kind of made my career. I took this film to Toronto Film Festival last year, where it was very successful. And as a result, I got an agent in Hollywood. And I've also been negotiating deals in Hollywood, not only the remake deal, they're also releasing the film in vernacular as well, as is. It's treated as an art movie in that case. But my agent, people love that movie so much in Hollywood that I get offered scripts every week to direct in Hollywood. And I'm currently writing a feature film for a major studio, and I'm busy signing another deal with another studio to write and direct another film. So all my work is international, all thanks to iNumber. So this film is it's doing great things for me and for all the people involved.